Hello everyone, I'm Taylor Drake, Camp Director for New Horizons Ministries. Planning conference events and activities is a little bit tricky right now. We don't know what the health and safety regulations are going to be like in the next 3-ish, 4-ish months when camp happens. So moving forward with camp preparations has been a little bit more nuanced than in previous years. Nevertheless, we are having camp, and the early bird special deadline for turning in camper application and payment to the NHM conference offices is April the 24th. If your payment and application is in the conference offices by this time, you're going to get your camp t-shirt for free. Any registrations and payments received after April the 24th, the camp t-shirt is going to be an additional $20. This is also April the 24th, our Equip Training Summit in Tulsa, which I'm going to be at. So you can bring your camper application and payments to me personally to make sure that you get in. With camp on the horizon, the new horizon that is. No, I'm embarrassed from that joke. I don't know why I even included it. Here are 5 new rules and practices in regards to our summer camp health and safety regulations. Number 1, half camp capacity. We have a total of 12 cabins on the campgrounds, 6 for boys and 6 for girls. With at least one cabin leader in a cabin, we usually have about 19 campers per cabin. This year, however, that number is going to be limited to 9 campers per cabin. With a leader, that's going to be 10 people total. Now, if a church has 11 or 12 campers of the same gender, we're going to work with you by following the next rules and practices. Our student total for each camp is going to be roughly 108. This means that for the first time, camp registration is first come, first serve. I'm sorry, but that's the way it's going to have to be this year since we may not be able to accept every application. Should you send in an application after we've reached capacity, that will be returned to you post-haste. Number 2, NHM Health Waiver. Camp attendees, whether you are a student, a leader, or an intern, you're going to be required to fill out our new NHM Health Waiver. This form can be found by visiting nhmiphc.com/forms or by clicking the link in the video's description below. This form must be signed by a camper's legal guardian, church minister, and the camper, and it must be dated a minimum of 3 days before camp actually begins. If a camp attendee shows up to camp without this signed form, we're not going to allow you to come to camp, and unfortunately we will send you home. So please do not make us send you home. Fill out the form, have the appropriate people sign it so that you can turn it in when you come to camp. Number 3, final screening. Upon arriving at camp and turning in the NHM Health Waiver, all attendees, camper, leader, intern, whoever, the nurse is going to perform a final symptom screening, which will then be documented and added to the camper's camp file. The nurse camp is going to have the final say on who can and cannot attend camp. So please take care of yourself and stay healthy. Number 4, mask preferences. We will not be requiring individuals to wear masks while at camp. However, we're not saying don't wear a mask. We're going to leave this up to the individual campers and attendees. If you would like to wear a mask, please wear a mask. If you would like to not wear a mask, again, we're going through all of these health and safety regulations and roadblocks to make sure that everyone who is attending is healthy and safe and good. There are some events and activities where we will be practicing social distancing, especially in the larger gatherings like at meals or in services. But for general, no, we're not going to be requiring face masks. But again, if you'd like to wear one, please do so. Number 5. No COVID vaccination required. There are many institutions and organizations that are requiring attendees and employees and members to receive the COVID vaccination in order to attend or to show up. We will not be requiring the COVID vaccination or any proof of a COVID vaccination from individuals who are attending camp this year. And that's it. So let's review. Number 1, camp will be at half capacity. Number 2, please fill out the NHM Health Waiver and bring it with you. Number 3, the nurse will perform the final screening before camp. Number 4, face masks are not required. We will leave it up to personal preference, though practice social distancing for larger activities. And number 5, no COVID vaccination will be required to attend camp. I want to thank all churches and ministers for your understanding and graciousness during this time. One of the most important things we can be is flexible with so many things up in the air and a lot of health and safety regulations changing and again, not knowing what it's going to be like in the next 4 months. We really do appreciate you being patient and understanding with us during this time. I'm Taylor Drake, and I cannot wait to see you at camp. Bye.